those in it for what they truly were. An audacious plan began to form in his mind, a plan as bold as any business venture he'd undertaken. He would fake his own based on authenticity and real connections. In this new town, Nathan took on a humble job at a local shop, where he began his past and embraced the beauty of a life lived with purpose and heart. Nathan was a man of meticulous planning. Every detail, every contingency was considered. He had always been this way, even as a child. His friends would marvel at his ability to foresee outcomes and plan accordingly. This trait had served him well in the business world, propelling him to billionaire status. He approached this audacious scheme with the same precision and attention to detail that had made him a billionaire. His office was a testament to his success, filled with awards and accolades. But now, it was also the nerve center of his most daring plan yet. He spent countless hours analyzing every possible scenario, ensuring that nothing was left to chance. He established a new identity, a phantom persona he would inhabit after his supposed demise. This new identity was meticulously crafted, complete with a backstory, fake documents, and even a new appearance. Nathan knew that to disappear successfully, he had to become someone else entirely. He practiced his new signature, rehearsed his new mannerisms, and even learned to speak with a different accent. He secretly transferred funds to offshore accounts, leaving no trace. These accounts were set up in countries with strict banking secrecy laws, ensuring that his money would be safe and untraceable. Nathan spent nights hunched over his laptop, making sure every transaction was untraceable. He knew that financial independence was crucial for his new life. He fabricated evidence, planted false leads, and orchestrated a boating accident that would seem tragically convincing. He left behind a trail of breadcrumbs that would lead investigators to believe he had met a tragic end. Nathan even went as far as to plant personal items on the boat, items that would be found and identified as his. He knew that the more convincing the evidence, the less likely anyone would question his disappearance. The day of the accident arrived. The sun rose over the marina, casting a golden glow on the water. Nathan felt a mix of excitement and anxiety as he walked towards his yacht. This was the moment he had been planning for months. Every step he took felt heavy with the weight of his decision. Nathan, disguised as a seasoned sailor, set sail on his yacht. He wore a sailor's uniform, complete with a cap and sunglasses to hide his identity. As he steered the boat out of the marina, he couldn't help but feel a sense of liberation. He was leaving his old life behind, embarking on a new adventure. As planned, the vessel encountered trouble. Nathan had timed everything perfectly. He knew the exact moment when the weather would turn, creating the perfect conditions for his staged accident. The yacht rocked violently in the rough waters, and Nathan sent out a distress signal, just as he had rehearsed. A distress signal was sent, then silence. The radio crackled with static as Nathan turned it off. He knew that the Coast Guard would be on their way, but by the time they arrived, he would be long gone. He had a small inflatable raft hidden on the yacht, ready for his escape. The Coast Guard searched for days, but to no avail. Helicopters scoured the ocean, boats patrolled the waters, but there was no sign of Nathan or his yacht. The search was extensive, but Nathan had planned for this. He knew that the longer the search went on, the more convinced everyone would be that he was truly gone. Nathan Caldwell, the billionaire entrepreneur, vanished without a trace. The world mourned. Newspapers ran headlines, condolences poured in. His disappearance was a media sensation, with news outlets covering the story around the clock. Friends and family held vigils hoping for a miracle, but Nathan was gone, and the world was left to wonder what had happened to him, and Nathan watched from the shadows, his heart pounding with a mixture of fear and anticipation. He had done it. He had successfully disappeared. But as he stood in the shadows, watching the world react to his supposed death, he couldn't help but feel a pang of uncertainty. What lay ahead in his new life? Only time would tell. The news of Nathan's demise sent shockwaves through his social circles. His wife Eleanor, a woman known for her grace and composure, was devastated. Her grief was palpable, a raw and agonizing wound. Friends and colleagues expressed their condolences, their faces etched with sorrow. Or was it? As Nathan observed the reactions to his supposed death, a disturbing pattern emerged. Behind the veneer of mourning, whispers of a different nature arose. Business associates discussed the potential impact on their investments. Social climbers gossiped about the future of Eleanor's social standing. Some even speculated about the size of the inheritance and who stood to gain the most. The world, it seemed, was more concerned with the consequences of his death than the loss of his life. Nathan felt a profound sense of disillusionment. Betrayed, and utterly alone. Yet, amidst the darkness, a single light shone brightly: Eleanor. She was a beacon of hope in a world that seemed to have lost its way. Her presence was a reminder that even in the darkest of times, love could still shine through. Her grief was unwavering, her love for him undiminished. Every tear that fell from her eyes was a testament to the depth of her sorrow, a sorrow that seemed to have no end. She held onto his photograph as if it were a lifeline, a connection to a past that she could not let go of. She didn't concern herself with his fortune. The wealth and luxury that surrounded her meant nothing in the face of her loss. She found solace in the simplicity of their shared moments, the quiet times they spent together, the laughter and the love that filled their days. She mourned the loss of her husband, her confidant, her best friend, the man who had been her rock, her anchor in the stormy seas of life. She clung to his memory, the sound of his voice, the touch of his hand, the warmth of his embrace. She visited the site of his accident every day, her eyes searching the vast ocean, clinging to a sliver of hope that he might still be alive. The waves crashing against the shore were a constant reminder of the day she lost him, but also a symbol of the hope that refused to die within her. She pored over their photographs, reliving their memories, her tears a testament to the depth of her love. Each picture told a story, a chapter of their life together filled with joy, laughter, and an unbreakable bond. The memories were all she had left, and she cherished them with all her heart. Nathan watched Eleanor from afar, his heart aching for the pain he had caused her. He had thought he was doing the right thing, but seeing her now, he realized the depth of his mistake. The love he had taken for granted was now a source of endless regret. He saw her strength, her resilience, her unwavering devotion. Despite the pain, she stood tall, a testament to the power of love and the human spirit. Her determination to keep his memory alive was a source of inspiration, a beacon of hope in his own dark world. He realized that her love for him had never been about his money, his status, or his possessions. It was a love that transcended the material world, a love that was pure and unconditional. This realization was a turning point for Nathan, a moment of clarity that changed everything. It was a pure and unconditional love, a love that transcended the material world, a love that was not bound by the trappings of wealth or the constraints of society. It was a love that was true, a love that was real, a love that could not be broken. This realization struck Nathan with the force of a revelation. He understood now what he had lost and the magnitude of his mistake. The love that Eleanor had for him was a rare and precious gift, one that he had nearly thrown away in his pursuit of material success. It was a love worth more than all the riches in the world, a love he had nearly thrown away. But now, with this newfound understanding, he was determined to make amends, to show Eleanor that he was worthy of her love, and to cherish the bond that they shared for the rest of his life.